Okay, so Jacob Castro with Perry Punch, and today I'm joined by Viacheslav Borshchev, aka Slava Claus. He's coming off a TKO win over Maheshate at UFC Vegas 73. Big win for you, man. You broke the a two-fight losing streak, so I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on everything. How are you feeling after the win?
Oh, that's huge release. Huge release. That was very important victory. Like very important. I worked so hard before the last fight. That was wasn't even before the camp, before the fight schedule. Like I worked so hard. I think like technically the whole 8 months after fight, I just been working my wrestling, and especially like last 4 months right before the fight, I worked like psychopath. Like I almost quit on sport a few times. Like that was so tough. Like I clearly like almost sprayed every time in the morning to go to the gym. Like I used to wrestle
Wow.
like 20 times. Like my whole body say, "Oh, just take a rest. You're good." That was tough. Yeah.
So, based off like that, what you said right there, how do you kind of avoid injuries in that sense? Because you're probably very sore going to the gym and wrestling. It's hard on the body. No injuries. And how did you stay healthy?
That's actually the thing. That's why I believe I did make it. I think the sport helped me a lot. My body was awesome. Like I was super healthy. Like no
Mhm.
injuries at all. Like at the beginning of camp, yeah, I had some injuries, some stupid cuts for no reason. But like last 2 months, nothing. Like perfect. Even my stomach was perfect. Thank I can meal. Like everything was okay. Usually I have some problem with stomach, but this
I
time was
heard something
cool.
about your stomach. What is that? What's the issue there? It's the
I have
American
no idea.
food, right?
I don't know if it's American food or what. Like I getting older, I've been always like have some problem with stomach, but not that bad as since I moved to America. Since I moved to America, like shit, like always have some hard time, like in a few days. Even now, like uh, before I can meal like arrived again. Few
Mhm.
days I ate wherever I want, like pizza, something, and right away my stomach feel it. I don't know why. Just like
I think it's the
even when
preservatives.
that's the thing. My wife cooked at home too, and like
Mhm.
so even when I eat what my wife cooked, sometimes my stomach still fucked up. It's like it's I don't know. It's just something. Maybe I can meal put something to fix my stomach. I don't know, but
Yeah.
that's really helped last time.
Probably like organic foods and all that. But one other thing I thought of, because you said that you almost quit a few times, I would like to know what were those situations. But I heard a quote recently, and they say that for fighters, they want to test you, like it's almost God's way of showing you how much you can take, and then that's the fighters who stick with it is the ones who show that they could take it all and they won't quit. So I'm just curious. You said you were about to quit a couple of times, but you took it on the chin and you pushed through it. You got the victory. So what were those situations for you where you kind of were considering hanging up the gloves, maybe?
That's the thing. Like my technically my whole fight career, it's like a fucking drama movie. It's up and
Yeah,
down every time. It's like I'm not one of the guy who always had a talent. Like when you jump in at the gym and everybody's, oh, this guy gonna be a champ for sure. Like no, I'm always had a hard time, and most of my fighting career, people quit on me. Like they like, yeah, Slava is really good, hard worker, but I don't know, he probably won't make this, won't make this, but every time it's funny like it's actually I gave an interview. Well, that was one of my first interview in English, and I built it in my head, and now it's like kind of like my life philosophy. I said, you see, that doesn't really matter how hard you work. It doesn't mean you succeed, but if you not work at all, there's no way you succeed. It's like, and you always have like two options when you like on the bottom, either like sitting and crying about that or work your ass off. That's it. It's only one way from the bottom is up. Keep
right.
climbing.
Like
Yes, and
it's a
that's
100% guarantee if you don't try that you would fail. But if you
yeah,
do try, you at least have a chance.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of become kind of my life philosophy. Yes, just because especially since I moved to America, it's up and down. Like sometimes I'm like, whoa, like the dream become true, and right after, boom, go back to reality.
Yeah.
And it's was like this, tick, 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 tick. But sometimes when I think about that, like slowly, look, it's also the last time I gave an interview right before my last fight, and one journalist helped me to realize it. He said, "How you feel about like you have to learn from high level right away," and I'm like, "Oh shit, exactly." Like I got the MMA debut in 2019, and in 2021 I was in UFC already. Like that's pretty tough. My second fight in UFC was against the Casey. Like I mean,
Yeah.
It's like it's no jokes. Like this guys, they know what they're doing. And I never wrestle. Like I never wrestle until I came to USA. It was like my
Yeah.
first time I ever like go to wrestling training was 2017. Yes. And after
So you
that,
came
like
here in
I got to see.
2017 to start an MMA journey because you were kickboxing before, right?
Yes, that was my
Yeah.
first trip. I was here in USA like 4 months. Went
Okay.
back home because I already had a family and I missed my daughter, my wife, and the second trip it's actually crazy. Again, just like I said, it was like drama. In my first trip, I met Uriah. We were hanging out with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like like again, you jump. I jump in to the dream right away. And Uriah
Yeah.
said, "Yeah, you can train with us. Everything cool." And actually, I get in really good shape, but no fights, nothing. And I realized there's so many rules. Like because in my plan, I never was thinking about moving to USA. I thought like,
Okay.
okay, I gotta train here, fight here, but live back to home. And on my first trip, I already realized it's not that easy. It's not like I thought. And and the second trip, I sold my car because I was out of money. Came here to train. In 1 month, I tore my meniscus.
Mm.
I went back home with nothing, no money, nothing. Uh, like I think my wife for a while, for a little bit, she said I'm crazy. She's like why? Like it's really stupid idea, and that was really hard. Like technically, I don't think I have much people who support me and believe me at this time, except like few. And while I was at home after second trip, I got a notice. What finally I get the P1 visa, the professional athlete visa, which allowed
Okay.
me to fight in professional. And I borrowed some money and went the third time. And it's in the third trip. Oh, Uriah helped me a lot. Technically, the Uriah make it happen in the third trip. He gave me a job. He helped me even to brought my family. Like on a third trip, technically Uriah made me to stay in USA.
Wow. That's amazing. So I'd like to know a little bit more. So you were in Russia, you were kickboxing, and
Yep.
why did you exactly come to the US? Just to learn martial arts, or what was the exact reason?
No, that was the thing. Like I wasn't. Look, my first fight was in 2002.
Yeah.
Like I fight in my whole life, and I always fought like because I love it. Like there's only one thing I love, like girls and fights. I was already married at the time when I decided to be in my fight. It means like no more girls.
Right.
I already have two, daughter and wife. Like I can't walking now. And
Right.
well, but the thing I realized when my daughter was born, like okay, it's not about me anymore. Now like I have to make money, and there wasn't that much money in kickboxing. Uh, but I wasn't ready to go to real just a normal job. I wasn't ready to
Mhm.
that, and I started thinking, okay, where's the money? And at that time, UFC become more famous, and they started showed it in Russian federal channels every time. It's
Okay.
actually you could watch it for free back in
Yeah.
Russia. Yeah, and I would start watching it, and like I watching it as okay, that seems like it's really big business. Like it's getting bigger and bigger. It's already if you talk about fans, it's probably already bigger than boxing. And
Yeah.
I started thinking, okay, that's probably a good idea. And instead of like doing like everybody do step by step, like okay, if I want to change my whole life and go to MMA, I need to go to UFC, right? The
Mhm.
best thing. It's the biggest thing. If I want to go to UFC, where is UFC? It's America, right? It's kind of like if you're living in the desert and you want to like discover the ocean, you can't do it from the desert, right?
Right.
And I like, okay, I should go straight there. Some friends advised me Team Alpha Male, and also I already have some former teammates and friends who lived in California. They told me like they can show me some a little bit, and I just went straight to the gym, Uriah Faber's Ultimate Fitness, and that's it. That's how it started.
Okay. And then when you told your wife, was she very supportive, a little scared? What was her thoughts at first?
I mean, she probably kind of already used to it. She know I'm a
Yeah.
little off. I'm not like not like average person because while she we actually was high school hearts. Like we
Oh,
start
nice.
we start dating right after high school, and for this period, like I make her change two jobs. We moved from one part of my town to the other part. Later, we moved to the Moscow. We lived in Moscow for a few years, and she already kind of expected something crazy from me. Yeah, but
I see.
I think the second trip when I tore my meniscus, that was the toughest for her because
Uh,
like there wasn't like zero hope, no money, nothing. and that was probably the hardest hardest part.
Yeah, but for you, you couldn't let go of the dream, huh? Even though you hurt yourself, and you might have been out for probably like around 6 months or something, you still couldn't let go of the dream. So then that's when you sold your car after like healing, and then you came back to the US. Oh no,
No,
that's
that was
backwards, right?
worse. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
actually, yeah. I lost everything after I sold my car, and I put everything on. Like, it's kind of like I'm not. I'm not playing like casino, all this stuff, but it seems like when you play poker or whatever, and you put all money on your next
Hmm.
move and you lost. That was kind of like
Yeah,
that. Yeah. But
which is
instead of like
horrible.
quit, yeah, that was like, I think I lost my hair because of that.
You notice, huh? You got some grays that started falling out.
Yeah, it started falling
Yeah.
out quickly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when you got home, can you tell me a little bit about how hard it was for you? You had a torn meniscus, you can't work. And then, so what happened there between when you came back to the US for the final time when Uriah was able to help you?
That was very hard to look at my wife, my daughter.
Mm,
I keep feeling like I'm kind of betrayed them. Like I did something bad for them. I affecting uh, my girl's life. That was really bad.
mm-hmm.
But again, just like I said, I used to have a choice, or sitting and crying about that and quit on a goal, or just like prove them, no, I can't make it. Yes, no, I can. And I just, probably because I've been an athlete my whole life, and I know there always was up and down, and I know there's just only one way to prove everybody just succeed.
Yeah.
All I have to do just show them no. And also that's I think the fact what I already saw, what possibly I I could touch and expected, that's helping me, because for my wife, UFC America was something like, whoa, so far away. Like, it's like astronomy. Like, she doesn't know anything about that. Like, she saw
Mm-hmm.
something on TV, and for her it's like Hollywood movies. Like, like, no, I don't know what this. But I already saw that. I touched it. Like, I was like, I was training Team Alpha Male already at that time. I had experience. Like, I share my experience. I know I could be useful at this gym. Like, and I know that Uriah appreciate me. Like biggest in the highest level guys in the world like appreciate me. Cody gave a personal training with me, like the Cody Garban, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
already knew that, like, that this feeling helping me, like the fact what I understand, like, yes, I'm high level fighter. My skills, people appreciate my skills, and I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. That's helped me a lot. The fact that I realized, okay, like I'm really high level fighter, and all I need just keep working. This
I
helped me a
see.
lot.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. I get it because I'm over here too working on trying to start a business in a sense with like interviews and stuff. It's hard to explain to your family sometimes, like because it's your dream, right? And it's not their dream. So it's good that you had that self belief though, and that you had good teammates in Cody Garbrandt and like Uriah who were able to take you under their wing and like make you feel comfortable. Because I think some gyms they might be a little too competitive, and then it's like you feel like it's not the right fit. But luckily for you, you came to the U.S. and these guys were very nice to you. They coached you and trained with you and then made you feel like I can achieve this dream, huh?
Yeah, it's actually the very interesting, because I feel like I have met some immigrants here, and
Mm-hmm.
most of immigrants running from somewhere. Like
Mm-hmm.
they unfortunately, maybe they have them like worse life back in home, or I don't know what exactly happened. But most of immigrants I met, they're running from somewhere. Some of them reaching the goals. Unfortunately, again, the some of them who reaching the girls, they had the goals. They had like some kind of not realistic thoughts about USA. They're thinking it's fucking fairy tale world. You came
Yeah.
here and dollars jumping on your head. They don't realize it's like really tough. But
Yeah.
for me, it was very easy and simple, because I never really want to move to USA, but because of such amazing people uh, surround me every time. Like when I moved here, like even just while at training, the Team Alpha Male is like all guys, like each single person, like was so nice, and people. That's what I'm saying. It's one of the reasons I'm so thankful to Uriah, because Uriah, for me, he a little bigger than just coach, than just friend, than just like wherever, because he opened for me so many doors, not even in the sport, because he's just such an interesting person. Uh, the people around him, his friends, they were from different part of like business, different part of life, and I met these people because of Uriah. Somehow, like for example, I get injured. He introduced me to some doctor, and now we're friends with this doctor. Like
Yeah.
I was looking for some side job, and he introduced me to the guy, and this guy has some side job, and now I know him, and now we have a relationship. And like this little thing make me realize, oh shit, I'm already American. Like I'm already here. Mm-hmm. Like it's crazy. Like, and I really love this place. Like it's like my home. And for me to move to America, it's nothing about no disrespect. Like America is a great country, but it's nothing about America itself. It's about my own journey. I just I'm so excited, and I love my own journey here so bad. Like I don't think anything can break me now. I know like the God plan and wherever, if the life want to break me, for sure, it's possible. But as far as I can see, like I already good with my ambitions. If tomorrow I have to sit and drive in truck, I'm okay with that, because I feel like I really improve my life. And it's not only because California is an amazing place, amazing weather, beautiful, like wherever I want to go. It's like I just went to the camping near the Shasta Mountain. It's like 3 hours driving, and it's like so amazing, like a tale. It's like fantasy, so beautiful. And of course, just this fact already make me calm down. I know, like I'm already happy with everything I got, but the fact that I can't even prove it because I have a tools, as you see, excited me. Like, okay, I can afford a better life. I can buy a big house. I can make money for my kids to go college or wherever, like university.
Right.
This excited me. Yes, it's helped me a lot, because sometimes I feel like I'm maybe a little tired from fighting. But when I every time I a little bit succeed, I get so excited. And for example, last fight I watched like already a million times. Like it's just, oh cool, I love it. Oh shit, I did this, cool. And it's make me feel like before, like before I quit on kickboxing, because I used to fight just because I love fighting. It's actually cool.
And now you can,
right before
now it's like
debut,
sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm talking too much. But the thing is, like, right before my debut, that's what Uriah told me. Like I was, because Uriah got the COVID or something like this, and I texted him. I was a little scary and nervous. I said, I wish you would be here. And he said, don't worry, you know everything what you're supposed to do. And he told me that this guy loves hunting and fishing. You love fighting. And I realized, yes, that's all life I did. Like I did nothing else. I never work. No, I did nothing, just fighting my whole life. Yes, I finished police academy. It's like university. I could be a lawyer, but there wasn't really like, I never really was in, like, just I never I did it technically. I did it for my grandmom, because my grandmom, she raised me, and she always dreamed like me being like successful lawyer or whatever, like, but I did it just for her. Like my goal was fighting, that's it.
That's funny. I did the same thing. I went to college to make my mom happy, but I want to like, I have other goals, it's funny how that works. But I had a question. So you said that you really love the US. So is it just like there's so much more opportunity probably, compared to like maybe where you came from, that makes you like, you feel like you already won, and then the fact that you're in the UFC winning fights, that also makes you happy as well?
No, that's the thing. That's how people usually think, and I agree with them. Maybe it's big part of this is true. No, I especially today, I might even have more opportunities back in home. It would be easier for me, especially with my American background. Now I speak English. I have some connections, and like back in home, it will be like better position for me. But the thing is, like, just like I said, it's not about America and own. It's an American opportunities. America is probably the best country for immigrants. Then the best thing, especially in California, that's how I feel it. When you came here, no one give a fuck where you're from. It's only important who you are. And this is the best thing about America, especially like California, where that's the best thing I ever had. Also, I feel like I have some things which is I never realized, because forever I used to believe I'm most stereotype Russian ever. But since I live here, from very, very first day, I started realizing like I actually Americanized very quick, very easy, very simple. And probably now only my accent can like help you to realize I'm not from here. Like the way I look, like how I'm dressing, how am I acting, like it's very comfortable for me. That's why I'm saying that America, for me, it's not like America for most of people who try to move here. For me, it's my own journey, own people around me. Like the one of the good example to explain like why I feel it's like my home now. like I talked to my dad, and he kind of argued too, like, oh, the homeland, fatherland, it's only one land, blah blah blah. I said, I agree with that. I never be ashamed, even like right now that all this crazy shit happened. Like I never ashamed to be Russian. I'm always to be proud of that. I love it. I love my culture. I love my people. And fuck everybody who think different. I don't care. It's like your problem. It's not my problem.
Yeah.
Like I know about my people. I love them. But the thing is, like I look right here where I'm living. I look at the park, and right there I taught my daughter how to drive bike, how to ride bike. Like little father, we taught her how to swim. And my son was born like 10 minutes away. That's my fucking home. It's like my home. It's already it's my homeland too, because for my kids, my daughter, she became American before she even starts speaking English. Because she not remember Russia already. She remember only here how the infrastructure here, how the stores look like. And after she went to school, that's it. I give up. This now I just love Sacramento so bad. Like because it's the best school ever. Like the school she go in, it's like we love it so bad. It's like it's probably school. It's one of the because we had some like we have some stereotypes about American education. Like we thought like, oh, it's kind of not that good. Especially we were kind of like scared of all this super progressive part. But I don't know. That's awesome. That's amazing. Like honestly, I wish a lot of countries, like especially like the countries where I'm from, that Russia, all this like former USSR, like teach something from this school. Like that's beautiful.
Like and use some of the American style of teaching, bring it over to Russia.
Yes, that's amazing because it's more about socializing than just like math, English, whatever. It's like my daughter. She really sometimes a few times she cried when there was off time because she wanted to go to school. She loves school so bad. And
be with her friends.
When she started school, she couldn't even speak English.
That's crazy.
But she still loved it so bad. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, so that's amazing. And the last thing I have about you moving here, and then I want to talk about your fight and we could wrap this all up. But last thing about moving here is, how did you get your wife and your daughter to come? And then it sounds like you had a newborn son here. Did Urijah help you with that at all? Or how did you get your family down here?
Yeah, at the beginning, honestly, I was working it like probably more than a year. Urijah helped me with money and like to place, like having place to work. And also he helped me a little bit, with all this stuff. When you're looking for the rent, you need some colors. I don't know, some person who can kind of talk to you, like how it goes. Oh, sorry, still learning my English. But
like who can be responsible? Talk to somebody
who can be responsible for you. Who can like improve
co-sign.
Like this. Yes, cosign. Yes, that's how Urijah helped me. And but my family came here, and we still until we get because I got the approval for the green card, but we're still waiting. It's still not on our hands. And before that, my whole family just on my name because I'm on P1 visa, and they can't be here just as just in my backpack. They have they can't do anything. Like that's actually really tough too, because like for last 5 years, my wife couldn't do anything, no work, nothing. She just sit with kids, which is okay. Like at least it's good for kids, but she also person. She need like, she technically again she just kind of quit on everything because of my dreams, whatever. But at least now she know it's worth it. Yes.
That's
and
right.
Now when we get the green card, now she's free. She can do whatever she wants. Now she not depend on me anymore. And even if she wanna get the citizenship, she doesn't need my like me. She doesn't need me.
Yeah.
She can take a citizenship without me now. And same with my daughter. And
Boris, that's amazing.
Boris, he's a cheater. Yeah, my son is a cheater. Like, I mean, we work our asses off to be legal here, but this guy just born here. It's not fair.
He's the lucky one.
Yeah, I promised he will look at us like a fucking immigrants. Like,
yeah, I know, right? He's gonna be like, he's gonna be embarrassed and stuff, growing up in high school, but it's okay. It's how it goes. What's it called? So, leading into the next thing, which is, did you get a bonus for your knockout?
Yes.
Oh, you did? So $50,000?
Yeah, I got the 2 victories in the UFC and 2 bonuses.
2 bonuses. Okay. Wow, that's great. So you've been in the UFC for what, 2 years now? Or how long has it been?
Yeah, 2021. Yeah, but it was at the end of 2021. My debut was in 2022.
And how much did that make your wife happy that you were able to bring home the bonus? Now she's able to see like, okay, this dream is kind of worth it. All the sacrifice, right?
Yeah, that's crazy relief because while I work on my green card, the first lawyer kind of messed it up and I lost a lot of money. and to afford another lawyer, the really good one, I owe some money. And technically, it's actually funny. I saw the video. Maybe bad what I'm talking about this right now, but I saw the video when some person, some fighter posted, oh, before this fight he has only $7 on his account.
Yeah.
And I sent one of my friends, and I was joking, how about like $70,000 deep? Because it's technically altogether, if it's put all together, that's how much I owe.
Yeah.
But now I am able to pay back.
No, that is one thing I thought of, was that I know that he kind of was vocal about that situation, but I think that's pretty common for a lot of fighters. Would you say that
Exactly.
that's kind of, is it? Yeah. It's hard,
Yeah.
right? It's a hard life.
It's a hard life. Yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm always like up and down, and it's kind of like, since like I really love drama, because I had all tools on my hands. All I need just win, but instead I lost 2 fights in a row, and put myself in a bad situation. Also, I found a bad lawyer, and he messed it up. I lost some money, and I finally found it. But at least new lawyer, she did like such an amazing job in like 2 months, and that was a big relief too.
Okay, well, that's great. And then, so let's just talk about the fight a little bit now. I mean, you got a booking. I think this was a nice matchup. You know, 2 strikers. You guys are willing to go out there and just kind of bang it out. How were you looking at the fight? I know you said Urijah said that you are a fighter. This guy likes to, like, you know, go do other activities like hunting and fishing. So how were you looking at the fight? Did you think you were gonna be better than him all around? What was the game plan, I guess, going into it?
No, Uriah said it about debut when I fought
debut.
My first fight. But my last fight, we realized it was perfect matchup. And before this fight, honestly, for last 8 months, I was working so hard on my wrestling too, with Lasco, Danny Castillo, and I work with. We also have some few Russian guys arrived from Chechnya, really good wrestlers. I hope we will see them in UFC too. Like they helped me a lot. One guy from Kyrgyzstan too, like huge guy, big guy. He helped me a lot too. We almost wrestle every day. And first time I felt what means being in wrestling shape. It was so amazing. Like honestly, I don't think a lot of people realize the difference between wrestling shape and any other shape. I don't want to be disrespectful, say anything bad. I had some interview, I said it before. Like I used to sit on my butt like 2 weeks in a row, did nothing, didn't even move. And one day, okay, I jump and start running, and I did more than half of marathon. And like, I mean, it's tough. I get it, especially when you run with people, like professional people, but it's possible. But when you sit in 2 weeks doing nothing and just eating junky food and jumping with wrestler, I mean, more likely you probably won't be in shape. Maybe if you like high level wrestler with extremely amazing technique, maybe. But if you're not, like, I don't think so. And first time I felt when I was in wrestling shape, that was good. But you see, it's cost me almost like quit on sport.
I know, right? It's hard.
It was really tough.
One thing I kind of thought about that is because you had a great finish, and you do have great finishes. Like you got a left hook body knockout in your debut, but this one just seemed a little different. And it was almost like a wrestling style, because you know how in wrestling you break people and like it kind of like your gas tank kind of prevails, right? This one, it seemed just like that. Yeah, it seemed like he, like, no matter how skilled he was, you had exhausted him, and you were at like a 80% power still, and you brought him down to like 50%. So, and that's like wrestling, right? So did wrestling have to do with this finish at all, where it made it a little easier in that sense?
No, that's the thing. It's actually that's how I was in kickboxing. Like I used to I used to always start slow, and step by step I make the highest paces as possible. And it's funny in kickboxing that sometimes, like, if a fighter, my opponent, was able to keep the pace, I could be tired. But if not, I make him tired and I kill him. That was like kind of my style. But in MMA, since I started working with Joey Rodriguez, I don't know what exactly he did, but I start hitting so hard. Like I never hit that hard. Like that's Joey's job. That's Joey make me hit so hard. Yes, I'm not sure what exactly he did. And this fight, that's funny because I wrestled so much, and I knew this guy gonna try wrestle me. Like I was prepared so well. I'm actually was thinking about maybe me start wrestling too, especially if he start forcing it. And the goal was, if you watch the fight again, you see, like I did try keep the first round very clean, make him miss, like, and just more jabbing him, like kind of like that. My goal was try to keep fight clean, and the second round, if he keep trying to wrestle, to take him down and work like on my, like, you know, kind of like forcing him to wrestle now, like show my wrestling skills. But because he eye poked me, everything changed. Like, I guess, okay, fucker. Like, now I'm gonna finish. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, the eye poke make me him finish earlier because I
Okay,
I was so mad. Honestly, I still think it was on purpose. Like that
you
was
do.
just very weird. Because when you watch a reply, like most of the time when people eye poke you, they try to like kind of keep the distance or they like wrestle, whatever. But this guy throw almost jab with
Mhm.
fingers. And that's pissed me off so bad. I'm like,
Yeah. It's like when they're offensive moving forward and they poke,
yeah,
it's like it's kind of normal because they're aggressing. But when they're backing up, it seems like that's when it's more intentional because they're trying to get a minute to breathe or something.
yeah, then that's
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, then but that's also the funny thing. Since I first time watched this guy fight, I was dreaming about exactly this punch. It's hard. I'm not sure how we can call it in English. In Russia, we have a special name for this punch, but I would say it's something between swing and hook. It's not hook and not swing. It's something between.
Mhm.
Yes, and
What's the name
that's
of that word? I could look it up later on and maybe put it in the edit. But what's the name of it?
we call it вразрез. And you see, it's I don't think you even have a proper translate, even if you want to
Okay.
straight translate. So вразрез is maybe you could understand. It's kind of like maybe like between. I know I have no idea how to explain it. Yeah, but anyway,
like a mix, a combination of the two.
no. It's like,
No.
for example, you have like hand here
Yeah.
and like chin down, shoulder, hand here, and hand here, like the both
Uh-huh.
hands, right? Like this, and you
Yeah,
punch
yeah.
it between these hands. And разрез, it means kind of like when you poke somebody, like cut or poke, the knife, and it
Yeah.
means like this way, like like between hands. Or if you use an axe, like this. That's how you can explain it. It's because
Straight through
it's
instead of coming
angle.
around.
Yes, it's kind of like
Yeah.
it's not hook, not round this way, and it's not swing. It's not go like this. It's between, like
Yeah.
this. Boom.
I understand.
I mean, it was defended by the elbow.
Yes, and also you put your hat off the line. And I was dreaming about that like since the first time I watched this guy. Like I said, because he always throw cross, and I thought all I need to force him to throw this cross. And if he throw cross, I put my head off the line and punch. That's interesting. And honestly, that was because I injured my hand a long time ago. That was first knockout by right hand for forever. Like I mean, at least for last 7 years.
So
And
now
I
you
was
have
so
confidence
happy
in
about
both hands, right?
it. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
so happy. Like finally, it's back.
That's awesome. Okay, so when do you want to get back in there? It doesn't seem like you have any injuries. I guess when would you like to get back in, and do you have an opponent in mind at all?
I actually have one injury, mental injury.
Ah.
I was so tired. Honestly, it's funny. I just watched I told my wife, like, I watched the videos in Instagram, some stories of my guys, and I watched
Mhm.
them training. I watched this, like, oh my God, I don't want to even see that. No, thank
Yeah.
you. Like, I'm done. No, I probably need a real rest this time. Like this, the
Okay.
first time I feel like after big success, like I really need the rest. Because usually, when you succeed, you're like, oh shit, cool, let's go, keep going, keep going.
Right.
Yeah, but this time, first time, like, I'm just so tired. No, thank you. I just need a rest. But
Okay.
I'm thinking of maybe, honestly, like I have little kind of idea. Maybe it would be really cool to fight Abu Dhabi on October, but I don't know. It's
Okay.
like it's big car, big names. I'm not sure if I can sneak there.
Yeah, I think you might be a perfect fit because they like to kind of do international fighters in a sense. I know you live in the US now, but I think maybe they try to capitalize on your fan base. So because you
Yeah,
have like maybe a
that's what I
Russian fan
thought.
base.
Yeah, a lot of people could come. Yes, it's easy. It's because it's like even for Russians, they don't need a visa to go there.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why it
Gotcha.
would be cool.
Well, hopefully we could do that. Then I was going to ask you that because sometimes fighters don't have an opponent in mind, but they have an event in mind. So you're thinking about Abu Dhabi in October. Kamzat's going to be
Yeah,
fighting on that card as well, probably. So that'd be a fun one.
that would be cool. Yes.
And I have one fun question for you. Where did you learn your dancing skills, man? Because Uriah's been hyping you up. He posts videos. You've been doing it forever, it looks like, and it's even your celebration. So where did you get those skills from?
Again, I already said it before. Honestly, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. Like, okay, there's this squad dance. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have seen it. It's like traditional, like Slavic, Russian, Ukrainians. It's like traditional dancing, and I have seen it. And also, it's part of my workout. I used to do a lot of pistol squats, a lot of for my knee recovery, and it's like pretty easy for me. It's like not really hard. It's all I need to find a balance. And Lizginka, the little part of like this kick when I shake it, it's funny too because it's like people like Habib from Dagestan, Chechnya, like we call Kafkas back in home. We
Yeah.
call it all this area Kafkas. Like they have like the traditional dances, Lizginka. And I don't know, for me, it's the most male dance ever. Like, I don't know, it's like when you look at that, any dance in this world could be cool, nice, you want to move, but Lizginka, it's like, the most male dance in the
Manly
world.
dance. It's a manly
Manly,
dance.
yeah, like really man, like
Yeah. Is that the one where they're like this and stuff like that?
yeah,
or-
yeah, kind of like that. Honestly, I probably do it very bad, very terrible way. You better look at the in internet, put Lizginka and enjoy the real dance, like how the people who know what they're doing do. But at least I spread this in the world. I can tell, look, this beautiful dance. You make sure
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
So it's your little freestyle. You kind of watch the video and then you do your own little spin on it.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
always dancing. Like I'm always dancing. Like honestly, like at the gym, wherever, I'm dancing and singing every time. I probably do it very bad, but seems like people not really like mad about it.
Yeah. It's good vibes, man. I like it. And I think the music helps with your cardio too. I saw that somewhere.
Maybe I know. At least it's
Yeah.
helped me with my mental things. I feel better.
What kind of music do you like?
Oh, that's also the thing. It's if you look my playlist, you definitely believe I'm like have some mental problems. It's like so different, like so different. But you say, it's probably I like old stuff because I feel like it's much easier to understand. My English, it's like it's okay, but for example, rap music, there's no fucking way I can understand. Like
Yeah.
I hear the words, but I can't put it together. It just I can't see the whole picture. But
Yeah.
if you take the old stuff, and honestly, I have heard it even when I was a kid, like Elvis Presley, even like Louis Armstrong, Chris Brown, like all this old stuff, and also country. I love country music. I like
Okay.
what's his name? Johnny Cash. Like I like Johnny Cash.
Cash.
Even Toby Keith. But Toby Keith is
Okay.
like because one of my first American friend was from Texas, and he told me that he showed me that
Showed you
Toby
some
Keith.
country.
Yes.
You know, Luke Bryan, he's a pretty popular one.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I have heard a lot. Like I know all of this, like, traditional song like "Sweet Home Alabama." I don't know, like "Country
one.
Road," like all this. I love it. Like I really love it.
Yeah. Okay. And then one other curious thing I have, just because you're, an American, almost basically an American citizen, right? And you fully learned the language, which is amazing. Two things off of that. One is, how did you learn the language? Maybe like, what's the best way to learn English? And then you have any American phrases that you've picked up on that are kind of funny to you?
It's a thing. It's funny. Uriah actually right now he's arguing. He not remember what I didn't speak English when I arrived. He said, "Oh, you always
that's
speak
funny.
English." Yeah, but the thing is, I believe the fact helped me a lot. My grandmom who raised me, she's an English teacher, and
Okay.
she's like high level English teacher. Some of her students wrote the books in English. Yeah, but I was very bad student. But I think the base, she still gave me some basic stuff. I knew alphabet, I knew some words, and I always hear that. When I came to USA, I realized, okay, I don't know any English, but step by step, especially the fact if you ask like what could help you, I lived only like in super like American circle, only English. Like there wasn't people who spoke Russian around me, like very few. And I lived in fighter house. They used to, like Team Alpha Male, they used to have a fighter house, people from all around the world, and we speak only English. That's only one thing I heard. And also I have some friends, like for example Andrew Parker, my first like American friend, and the guy who like actually he was and he was the first guy who I cornered, like the first guy I cornered in the USA. Yes, and he helped me a lot with my English. Yeah, he taught me. But I have so many stupid funny situations. For example, once I remember I tried to explain to the guys what I like the sea life, like to be the people who fishing like or wherever
in
like
the ocean.
In the ocean, yes. And I know Navy, it's more about military, right? And it's actually it's not fair, because later I found out, because I started reading the English books, and I found out this is a real word. I made it up in my head, but this is a real word. And I said, I love a seaman. But I say, I try to say sea, like means seaman. And I try to build it. And later I found out this is a real word. It's not fake. Yeah. But of course, guys start laughing on me.
Like they made a dirty joke.
Yeah. And that was a few like that. Like I remember, what else? Like I think what else? Like there was a couple very stupid situation too. Like some of them actually was close to be canceled. Because for the word Slav means like Slavic people. And I said it very loud to AP, to my friend. I said like, hey bro, like do you want to go with me to slave community? And he's like, fuck. But I tried to say Slav. Like,
yeah. You're like, what does that even mean? And they have to explain it to you and all that.
Yeah. And that was
funny.
But the fact that I never was ashamed, I never was scared. And people around, especially in California, helped me a lot. Nobody ever like was mad what I'm saying something wrong. The hardest part was for me, I always mess it up the time. And yeah, that was the hardest like to say that past, future, all this stuff. But also I believe when I realized what now I can really speak fully English, when I stopped translating in my head. Because before I translated, and this is the worst part. That's the thing what really messed everything up. Because for example, when I listen to a person and I translate it in my head, and if it was just one single word which I don't know, the whole sentence, boom, I didn't get it. But when I stopped doing that and I just try, okay, I know this words, it's English words, I don't need to translate it. This is a tree. I don't need to remember how I call it in Russian. And when I stopped doing that, I jump on another level. That's helped me a lot.
That's a good one. So basically just not translating in your head and then surrounding yourself with basically a lot of Americans who don't speak Russian.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's it.
That's awesome. Well, I'll let you go, Slava. I had a great conversation with you, man. It's nice to get to know you and all that. Good luck in the future. I'll look out for when you get your next fight booked, and then maybe we can do another interview before the fight.
Okay.